great day, Houston. When we say home for the holidays, and it's the most wonderful time of the year, for the homeless, it's just another day trying to survive. For decades, our first guests have been part of the answer to a growing problem across our country. Mejean found herself in a downward spiral and eventually on the streets. Because of the program she was able to take part in, today she has a place to call home and a job that is out of this world, literally. And please welcome Mejean, Major Zach Bell, with the Salvation Army. You have the right last name. And Grammy Award-winning songwriter and producer Billy Dorsey, who was also homeless at one time. Mejean, for a lot of us, we understand when someone has a drug addiction problem. We understand mental health, how they can end up being homeless. But you're the one that reminds all of us that it can happen to anybody.
Oh, yes, definitely.
So take us back to, you were kind of living paycheck to paycheck, as many people do.
Yes. If we could describe 2014 for us, it was a series of unfortunate events. Everything that could happen to us happened. My husband lost his job. I was hit by a car. And then one thing after another, the lights were cut off. We were struggling with food. And before we knew it, we lost everything.
Yeah. In fact, you were like, do we take the bus fare to get to a job, or do we, do we eat? Literally, you were down to that decision.
Yeah. I was in college at the time, and there were many days that I had to decide whether I was going to go to class or whether I was going to have lunch.
Yeah. You were trying to do everything right, as you said, in college at the time, majoring in
computer engineering.
Yeah, something that could actually get a job later.
Yeah.
Right? So you're doing everything right there. Okay, so what was your moment where you thought, what are we going to do?
We were facing eviction, and our apartment complex, they loved us. We were good residents. We had been there for 8 years. They didn't even want us to go, but the power was off. We were facing eviction, and there was nowhere for us to go. And at that point, I figured I didn't know what we were going to do.
Yeah.
So
how did you find the program you ended up in?
I just Googled family shelters, and I wanted some place that we could be together, and I felt like we could be safe, and Salvation Army Family Residence came up.
Yeah, all right, Major Bell, here's the thing. I think early on, a lot of people think, okay, if you're homeless, the answer is just to get a place to stay.
Right.
It's much more comprehensive than that, and your program is much more comprehensive than that.
That's right. I almost don't like the word homeless because we think that the solution then is a home.
Yeah.
But the reality is that there's all kinds of underlying things that take place that causes someone to experience that. That's right. And so our program really goes more than just housing someone. We're really trying to get them back onto their feet, reestablish them, and just be that safe place where they're able to do that, to grow, and then really to succeed later in life, like we see right here.
Yeah, when you say safe place, all right, so Billy, you are a music producer, as we mentioned, and songwriter. Right. You were homeless at one time.
That's right.
And so this comes full circle for you to bring this to the attention of other folks and raise money to help support these programs. That word safe place, when you interviewed Mejean, that's what she said to you.
That's right. She was sharing with me how at the very end of it, she and her husband and their kids were trying to figure out what to do. And she's like, Billy, I'm trying to hold it all together for my family when all I needed was a safe place to fall apart. And so I immediately pull out my phone and start texting lyrics. And I know she was crying and sharing a story, so she probably was like, why is this guy on his phone while I'm talking
in the middle of
in the middle of me talking? But I was writing the song because it inspired me. And my brother Jay Tell did the vocal arrangements, and we wrote something that I believe is going to be a blessing to people all over the world.
And that term, Major Bell, a safe place to fall apart, because when you're out in the streets, as Billy, as you know, you are literally trying to watch your back the entire time.
That's right.
You need sometimes to just fall apart and then pick up the pieces that will work for you.
That's right. And I think that's, you can't fix a problem if you don't have an opportunity just to recognize what's going on. And you need that safe place just to be able to be yourself, and then to have a loving environment, loving people caring for you to help you put those things back together.
I mean,
that's right.
When you get hit with something like this and you have no place else to go and you feel like you're so alone, you got to have somebody who stands on the cross, and really that loving environment is so important.
That's right. That's right.
No
And that's what we're about. That's what we want to be about each and every day as a Salvation Army, is that we just want to be a safe place for individuals to come. If they need to rest, that's where they come and find a place to rest, a place to be themselves, and a place then to recognize who they can be, and move forward with that.
Yeah. You keep hearing how monumental this problem is, and it seems to be growing. And so every dollar is needed to make sure that we can get people and connect them to starting over, pushing that restart button, if you will. So Mejean, I want you to tell folks what you do today. I said you have a job that's out of this world, and it literally is.
That's right.
I'm a lighthouse contractor at NASA.
Like the International Space Station, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, we support mission operations at Johnson Space Center. I was told I can't be specific.
Okay. Well,
need to know.
Here's the point that we're making right here, is that when you have an opportunity, when you have the money to be able to provide these services, that you can take someone who was homeless at one point and now is working at NASA.
Yeah. That's right.
And there's more Mejeans out there waiting. They just have to be able to connect with the program.
That's right. And the Salvation Army has the opportunity to each and every year house 42% of our whole homeless population in our 3-county area. And so it's more than just housing, though. Our job is, we believe, to be that safe place for them to fall apart, but also to help them put the pieces back together.
Yeah.
And so 42% of the time. And so I think that it's just an amazing opportunity that we as a community have to, when you support the Salvation Army, to help those at their greatest time of need.
All kinds of ways you can do that. I was ringing that bell earlier. So if you don't have change and you're like walking out of the store or something, don't act like you don't walk by. Because you can do Apple Pay now. So
That's right.
That's right. Change, you can do that. That's that red kettle you see right here. And Billy, set up the song and how people can go ahead and make a great donation and get to download this song.
Got it. The whole heart behind this is for people to be able to donate to Salvation Army and receive the song for free. Yeah. So if you go to kettlehtx.org today, right now, you can actually make a donation, whatever amount you choose, and you'll immediately receive a free download link to get this song and the music video.
And here's the song, A Safe Place to Fall Apart.
Gotta hold it together now. Can't let them see the seams. Let me put a caution sign around what's left of my broken dreams. I've been on the wrong road for too long. I was bound to crash eventually. I'm so tired of being strong. Why can't someone else be strong for me? Love that can fill the space in my depleted heart? 'Cause I put on my love out. Can you catch the tears streaming down my face? Hold me in your arms. My faith is not enough now. I need somebody to stand beside me. I need a loving hand to come and guide me. Is there a grace that can hide me away for a new start? Is there a safe place to fall apart? My facade's a broken shield, one blow away from shattered. Got me wondering if time can heal a soul that is left in tatters. And now every day's a hurricane, and I'm just blowing in the wind. I can't take much more of this pain. Will the sun never shine again?
Army Red Kettle Challenge today and donate your amount of choice and receive a free download of the song A Safe Place to Fall Apart. For more information, visit kettlehtx.org. Thank you all very much.